It's Week 8 of the NFL, and we'll see Donovan Peoples-Jones, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Got his man complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 208, tying Jerry Rice for the most ever in NFL history. And the Lions go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall defense in the league.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I see you, Phil Guy. I see you.
Tried the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go play action here on first down. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On second down now, Tompkins, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. And in for the Lions touchdown. Ross St. Brown with career touchdown number 209, breaking Jerry Rice's record. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressively wide so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts. But
the Vikings fucking suck.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To the air, Allen. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Up the middle they go. Tompkins, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage.
There he goes, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Their mobile quarterback, 27 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen because you won. You're in a good mood.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jack Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. So here come the Lions now.
So what's up, man? You ready for your game tomorrow? Don't you play?
I
know we do.
They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll just take a seat.
Man, y'all ain't got a TV in the office or something like that? I'll be watching that shit at work.
They're still in search
fuck
of an
y'all.
initial first
Put it
down
on.
as they come up here.
Put it
first
on or
and
I'm
10.
going home.
Here's Allen.
Oh, shit, I missed it.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit.
I haven't done a live stream for Elvis in a while, so I figure I'll put him out one.
Allen, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
So take one out the box and fucking go in the back room and watch the game and just put it back in the box when you're done.
But I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game, man. I'll be surprised if Stafford leaves with his head attached after all that shit he's been talking.
Efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
With career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career.
And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And it is 42-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Like the scorpion torturing the enemy.
Goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
We'll make this a long first quarter.
Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Are you seeing this, Phil guy? Are you seeing the score? It's only first quarter. Well, second quarter now, but
the first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over.
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
They don't need them.
Tompkins. And he stopped immediately there. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Vikings on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
Adding to his NFL record in touchdowns.
And the Lions continue to pull away here this first half.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables.
He's got him in. Complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And in for the Lions. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions extend their lead yet again.
And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Tompkins, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing.
And got his man complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 84 yards. And the Lions are pouring it on.
The boy catches the football and then turns some after boosters on like I'm gizon.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On 1st down, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized, completely off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
be on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. A final shot before half for Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. The 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 with a 7.
60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. David Montgomery with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into second place all time.
And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So out now come the Lions. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this goal. And now off to the races down the right side. He's to the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions just continue to roll. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
Break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, he just knows pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea.
There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st-and-goal situation. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Montgomery. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And out now come the Vikings. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down now, Tompkins. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing is Allen on third.
Broke in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
But it's caught. Tompkins. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line.
David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home. Because
and now off to the races, down the right side.
Now look out to the 20.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Back to throw. Allen. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Throwing on first down is Allen. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. On the first and goal play, they drew up multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now Allen throwing on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Allen off the play fake. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a Viking score. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do.
There he goes, right side. Now he's loose again. Now look out. He's to the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tuipulotu able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught, but forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
All right, there's my hour for nobody.
But it certainly
That's it.
applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis.